Hey guys, Angela with Turo Family Chiropractic and your weekly PSA or piece of salutogenic advice. So we're finishing up Healthy Family Fun Month here with August coming to an end, and wanted to talk about one of the best things that you can do with your family, which is laugh together. So laughter truly is a form of medicine. It is something that is so good for our bodies, not just our minds, not just making us feel better, but actually physically can have such positive effects. It turns out that when we laugh, it actually, similar to exercise, it increases your breathing rate, your heart rate, kind of gets gets the blood moving, and that can have a really calming effect. So it spikes everything up and then calms it down. So it essentially is sort of triggering the stress response, but then also triggering the dampening of the stress response. So just like exercise, it's a short-term stressor on the body, but overall has a long-term relaxing effect. So it's actually really good for your heart, your lungs, as well as just, that feel good feeling of laughing. In addition, it releases a lot of endorphins. So again, just like exercise, those what we call the feel good, the feel good hormone, feel good neurotransmitters, it actually will trigger that same pathway. This is the same pathway that's triggered when we exercise, when we do sort of thrill type activities like riding a roller coaster or skydiving. Um, and it's also the same pathway that's triggered by narcotics, by drugs. So if you ever experienced that where you've literally laughed so hard that you act sort of goofy, euphoric, sort of almost that high feeling, that is actually a physiological response from that increased laughter. And then it can also just be a way to bond with people. So when we laugh, it's contagious. So those endorphin feelings will then trigger somebody else to laugh and trigger their endorphins, and it becomes that perpetuating effect. So if you've ever seen, maybe you're in a group and two people start laughing and you have absolutely no idea why, but then you start laughing because it's just a natural response. It's similar to yawning. When you see somebody yawn, you just are triggered and can't help but yawn. Laughing is very much the same way. So when you are around people that are happy and funny and jovial and laughing, that will actually transfer to you and can really improve your overall mood. And this is really, really important when you're thinking about, spending your time with people that are going to put you in that positive state of mind, put you in that healthy state of mind, as opposed to the opposite, people that maybe don't have a sense of humor, don't ever want to laugh, are very criticizing, can't laugh at themselves. That's going to have the opposite effect. So it's great if you can learn to laugh at yourself, because then that can transfer to other people. So we all do things throughout the day. We all have silly, clumsy moments. We, trip over our own 2 feet, or wear our shirt backwards, or, walk out of the house with two different shoes on, especially during these times where we're all a little stressed and distracted. So those are the moments where, yeah, you could be embarrassed, or you could use that as an opportunity to just laugh at yourself. So now you've turned something that could be a potential stressor. It's easy to get embarrassed and to, feel like you goofed up. But if you laugh at yourself, you've now turned that into a positive thing. You've triggered all of those endorphins. You're going to not worry about it later. And if somebody sees you laughing at yourself, it might bring a smile and a laugh to their day and brighten their day. So you can really start to be that positive effect on people. And so you really want to make sure that, you are finding times to get away from all of the deep darkness, uncertainty going on right now. There's so many unknowns still in the midst of everything that's going on. There's still a lot of fear and anxiety for, your own health or your loved one's health, or, what's going to happen with schools and businesses and all of this. So there's a lot of difficult, scary things going on. So finding time in your day to relax and laugh can be very, very beneficial. So this could be putting on a comedy, whether it's just a comedy movie or a stand-up, finding some silly thing on social media that you like to follow, I like the auto correct fails, so looking at text message exchange where there is an auto correct that the person didn't notice and it completely changes the meaning of the conversation. Those just always make me bust out laughing. Whether it's, looking up jokes, so it looks like Erin's sharing some jokes there in the comments. So anything like that, it can really, really help to just physically get that laughter out, get those endorphins going. It can relieve a lot of stress, not just in the short term, but overall, if you adopt that habit, if you adopt the habit of when you're feeling down, you turn to something that's funny, funny movie, funny book, comic strip, whatever it is, telling jokes with the family. So, Ethan, who was on here, my nephew was on here a few weeks ago, loves telling jokes, and my boyfriend's the same way. Is always, if he sees I'm down a little bit, first thing he says, "You want to hear a joke? Want to hear a joke?" So, because we know that these things can really cheer people up. And sometimes it can just be something completely silly, and you might even fake laugh at first. It might feel a little bit forced, but again, as soon as that pathway is triggered, you'll find yourself actually laughing harder, and it'll be more genuine. And then the next time somebody tells a silly joke, you'll probably bust out laughing without even thinking about it, because again, that pathway is going to be triggered. You're going to remember how good it feels to laugh, to have fun, to joke around. So, we're stuck in this situation whether we like it or not for now. A lot of us, there's a lot of stress in the home. So find that time together as a family. Find something that people enjoy doing. Joke around, laugh at your kids' jokes, laugh at your husband's jokes, just because it's not only going to be good for your health, it's going to benefit them. So make sure that you're not losing the kid inside you, that sense of humor. If you've never been one to have much of a sense of humor, it's something you can work on. Start out finding things. Again, it might feel a little forced at first to force yourself to laugh at things, but by doing it on a regular basis, just like anything, you can turn it into a habit, and you can turn it into something that feels natural. So please, it's probably the easiest PSA that I've given you, but your piece of salutogenic advice is find something funny today. Read Erin's jokes. I'm trying not to laugh as I'm reading them right now. But, all right, she really wanted me to tell this one, so I'm going to end with this. Why can't you hear pterodactyls go to the bathroom? Because the P is silent. So I know Erin's inside cracking up with that one. So with that, I'm going to head out. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you the same time next week, which will be a new month, and we're starting a new series, a new focus for the month. So stay tuned for that. Check us out on our Facebook, both Turo Family Chiropractic and our What the Health group. And as always, any questions, comments, please send them our way. We are always here to help in any way we can to get you guys to get you healthy and stay healthy. Thanks so much, guys. Have a good one.